Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us here on Midday Kentucky. We've got David back at the table again for the rest of the week.
Man, we are having a great week. Troy, we miss you though.
I know, I do miss Troy, but he'll be back on Monday, so
yeah.
we're excited for that. I'm excited heading out the door this morning. It is so cold, but JC is saying we've got sunshine this afternoon.
Can't wait.
Nice.
I need it. I need it.
Oh,
it's my lifeblood.
Well, before we want to get going, we've been reminding you all week about our exciting day tomorrow. Midday Kentucky will be out live at the Kentucky Horse Park for the Bluegrass Rockin' Rodeo. But that's not all. We have ticket giveaways, of course. If you're the third and fourth caller to call the number on your screen, you will win 2 tickets to the Bluegrass Rockin' Rodeo. So you see the number right there, 859-566-3636. Call now for your chance to win those tickets. And of course, out there live tomorrow, Amber Freeman even joining us. She's a big horse gal, you know, our evening anchor. It's going to be a lot of fun. Are you guys excited for the rodeo?
I am.
Yeah, I think it's great. Lisa's told me she was going to ride a bull, and
I
heard she was going
that
to demo.
information.
Just to make sure it's we're going to have cowboy. Are we allowed to wear cowboy hats? That's what I need to know.
You should.
I've got my cowboy boots ready.
I've got my boots ready. I just want to wear the hat.
You've got to wear a hat. I think you should.
I don't have a hat yet, but I want to wear a hat, so I got to go get a hat, do a little shopping,
shopping
day.
I think you should.
Well, don't miss tomorrow for David's fashion debut at the rodeo, or as Troy would say, rodeo.
Rodeo.
Yeah. He's fancier than
us.
us.
I do wear the hat, can you guys call me Rodeo Dave? It would just be fun.
Oh, Rodeo Day.
You're so going to be called that tomorrow. I can't wait.
Well, I wanted to get the show kicked off with a topic I saw going around on Facebook, Twitter. Everyone is talking about this. Is a new study came out from SunTrust. They're saying that 7 in 10 Americans would like to stop gift giving all around. Giving, receiving, they want to just stop if their family and friends agree to it. Now, most people say they're not doing this selfishly because they do say the best part is giving. And I think the older you get, that's what you enjoy the most, giving to other people. But then what this study is saying, the person that now you've given to feels obligated to return. And maybe they financially can't, and they're just saying because of the financial strain, people are wanting you to decide among family and friends, no one is exchanging gifts. What do you guys think?
I love it. Okay. We did this as part of Doug's family. And the reason why was because, you know, we felt like for us that we wanted it to be about the kids, about our kids, about Doug's sister's children, my niece and nephew. And so we just felt like it needed to be time to cut that back and just focus on the kids themselves. And honestly, we love it. And I tried to do that with my family, but they didn't really want to do that. So we're still doing the gift giving on my family's side, but on Doug's side, we did cut back, and it's just about the kids now.
We really don't exchange gifts. My family, we don't do that. But we are going on a trip, so a family trip over Christmas, we're doing that. But I remember when I was younger, when we would get together with big groups of aunts, uncles, cousins, everyone, at Thanksgiving, everyone would draw a name out of a hat. And that was the person you gave a gift to, which is nice because who can afford to buy 20 gifts or 30 gifts? So then you end up buying, you know, maybe a little something that is thoughtful, but maybe the person doesn't really want, where then each person got one gift, but it was pretty nice that you have from Thanksgiving to Christmas to think of. And I'm thinking ahead, I'm like, oh, I'd like to do that if I had kids.
Makes it easier.
I don't know. How does your family handle it? And
do
you want to do away with it?
That is what we do right there. We do the same thing where we draw names.
Oh, you do?
And it makes it a lot easier. But, you know, I think that, so let's kind of pull the kids out of here. You know, I'm in a relationship and bring that in. Like, could you do that with your partner? Because, you know, that can get kind of expensive. And I think it would be great, you know, like let's just do a trip or something, Brandy, you know what I'm saying? But I do think that it's great to put it on the kids. I love that, Lisa, because it does kind of get to a point where you're like, okay, listen, you know, let's cut the expense of it because it adds up.
It does.
You know, so I would rather just like not do the gift giving though at all because I think you lose a lot of that purpose in these holidays where it's like it's stressful. I just want to have a good meal with my family and do the family time. That's why I love Thanksgiving.
I agree, and that's what this study was saying, that it said 90% of people would rather forego gifts for more time together, planning an event or something like that. So I thought that was good. I remember a few years ago, we were exchanging gifts, and my dad had given gifts to my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, everyone, and my aunt was like, Jerry, what did you get the girls? and he just said, a good life. But I think that is true. I think once you're, you know, an adult, do you really like need gifts? But I actually I would like to see this done away with unless you've previously discussed it, because I think sometimes you receive gifts from people you weren't expecting.
Right.
And then like at work, I don't think you need to exchange gifts. I think cards and a little gesture is really nice.
Yeah.
But
gestures are great. You know, positive, sweet love, you got to push that. But when you start, you know, you're like, then people can feel left out.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You know,
That's tough.
and you don't want to leave people out. You know, and it's like you don't know what people are going through these holidays anyways. So it's like you want to include everybody. And again, the expense, it becomes a lot to take on between your family, your work family, and just your friends.
Well, I was wondering that about the expense, because this was talking about what you brought up, David, in romantic relationships. Should you set up a budget ahead of time so that one person doesn't go all out and then the other person did something small? How do you handle that?
We do that. You know, we're usually like, we're pretty like, okay, this is how much we're going to spend. And we keep pretty reasonable. I mean, we do $100 usually.
Yeah.
And, you know, in the past, I think we have done some other special things, but, you know, Brandy's birthday's on Monday. And you and I were talking about that beforehand. And I'm kind of like, okay, sometimes it gets a little crazy between Christmas and her birthday.
Yeah.
This girl likes nice things. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, that's why she likes you.
That's
well,
right.
Stop it. Stop it.
Good one.
But what do you think, Doug? Like with Doug, what have you guys done? How do you handle gifts for each other throughout your relationship?
You know, we do focus more on the kids now. But we do, I mean, you know, we'll make an agreement not to get each other a gift.
Doesn't matter,
Or
does it?
we'll put like a $100 you know, limit.
Yeah.
And then he'll buy me a ring for Christmas. Remember last year he did
gorgeous.
the ring? And I'm like,
good move,
that
Doug.
was not
Good
part
move.
of
But
the
you
deal.
guys had also just hit, what, 20 years of marriage?
We
or
did,
something?
and that's what that was for.
Yeah,
and it was
special.
But yeah, he tends to push the limits on that, so I have to keep him in line because I mean, honestly, I really am totally fine if I didn't get a gift at all.
Well,
honestly.
I think Doug is erring on the correct side here, because I think I hear from a lot of girlfriends that they'll decide not to get each other gifts. They get something for the man, and then the man didn't get them anything, and then they're disappointed. And they told them not to get anything.
Right.
So, men, if your lady says don't get them anything, just still do something nice.
Yes.
You can still do a nice card or just flowers. Yeah. You don't have to do a gift, but just I was thinking of you, maybe.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you.
Well, David, I want to get over to your topic, and this really made me laugh. You've got some funny tweets from men, right?
This is great because, you know, women are kind of sick and tired of men trying to make pregnancy about them. It's really big. But let's get one thing clear. It's not the men having the babies. The woman is definitely having it, but the men are taking it on and really like taking on the struggles and tweeting about it.
Oh, this is so funny.
So I just thought this was great. Steve Jones says, stop it. What are you eating like a horse? This is after she took the majority of my food. Hashtag pregnant wife. Nate Bolt said, when you lean to the pregnant wife and you say, I love you, and instantly she replies, chip and dip, you know she's pregnant. Hashtag pregnant wife, which I thought was hilarious. One of my favorites is Thomas Rees says, nothing like wife dragging you out to a second supper at 9:30 p.m. at Applebee's. Hashtag pregnant wife problems. And one of our last one, Mitchell, or no, not the last one, but Mitchell says, being the only one in our house that's able to bend over is really taking a toll on me. Hashtag pregnant wife. And this is kind of brave, but it's not Christmas yet says, yeah, I know, I love the name. I've now gone without sex for long enough to attain hero status. Hashtag pregnant wife problems. So, you know, this has kind of been it's been a joke that these guys have been, you know, pushing out there. But, you know, a lot of women have been like, yo, put yourself in check because you are not carrying around this baby for 9 to 10 months.
Yes.
And your little problems, you better put it up, you know, because who wants to mess with a pregnant wife?
David, I think what made me laugh with this is not the tweets. It was that the husbands thought that was funny to post.
Yes.
That's not funny. Don't do that.
It's like, here, I'm just going to dig this hole. I'm just going to keep getting there. I thought it was, these guys were crazy.
Yes.
Okay, let's just put it out there.
No, they really are. You're right. Okay, so I'm going to lay it out there because I've been pregnant twice.
Right.
So let's talk about this, okay? If Doug would have ever posted anything like that, I mean, pans would have been flying through the air at him. I mean, honestly, do not complain when a woman is pregnant.
Have you guys ever heard the guy say, you know, we're pregnant now, or we're having a baby, and women are just like, hey, listen, and one of the quotes from this earlier was, you know, you donated that seed, and we appreciate it, but the rest of the work for the next 9 months, that's on me.
Actually, I do kind of like when men say things like that, because I don't like them taking on that they're struggling through the pregnancy, but I do like when I hear them say, we're having a baby, you know, we're pregnant, because then they're not saying, oh, yeah, my wife's having a baby, she's pregnant. You know, they're taking ownership of they're excited about their child, but I don't like them pretending like they're struggling.
Exactly.
I think that falls into the men who will also say, you know, like they're babysitting, but it's their own child. I like that when they say, we are having a baby.
The second dinner for Applebee's, that was funny.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah, that's called a good life right there.
I just remember when I was pregnant, Doug, actually, as I was gaining weight, Doug was also gaining weight through the whole pregnancy.
He cares about you.
He was struggling right there with
hear that mirroring.
It was so funny.
Well, Lisa, something else to give you a happy life. You have some tips for us to get a good night's sleep, right?
Yes. Well, you know, we all know that there are things that we shouldn't eat if we want to get a good night's sleep. But there's things that are out there, foods that we can actually eat that will help us have a good night's sleep. So I was looking at this, and I thought it was really interesting, and it came from National Geographic Food, and they revealed that there's 5 foods that everyone should eat regularly if you want to put an end to insomnia, because insomnia is a serious condition for a lot of people, millions of people in the country. So these were foods that they listed, and I thought this was interesting. The first one was Marmite. Now, have you ever heard of Marmite? I've never heard of it.
I think I had heard of it, you know, but I think I also confused it with Vegemite.
You did, and guess what? It is kind of in the family with Vegemite.
It's
Although our Aussie friend Mr. Troy said that Vegemite is much better than this, but
they're supposed to have it on butter with toast.
Yes, but it's high in magnesium. It's high in magnesium, which can help us sleep better, and it actually helps calm nerves and relaxes muscles, improving slumber and whatnot. So I thought that was interesting. The second one was turkey. We've got big Thanksgiving coming up, so we've got turkey on the plate. Let's go ahead and eat it because we'll be able to get a good night's sleep afterwards.
What is that, the tryptophan or something?
Yes. They said that the foods have tryptophan in it. All of these foods have a high level of tryptophan. And it's an amino acid that helps in digestion of proteins.
I always wondered the science behind that.
Yeah, so that's kind of the logic behind this. But also, bananas are high in tryptophan as well.
Oh, and, I love bananas. But the problem is I'm eating them in the morning, so maybe I should eat them at night.
Well, you can. You have that option. I was always worried about eating bananas at night because of the sugar.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So that's what I thought would keep me awake. But they're saying that it's high in magnesium, potassium, tryptophan, and vitamin B. So they said, go ahead and gobble away.
It's good for like your muscles and all that jazz.
And the last one
is... What about banana-flavored ice cream?
I think that's a winner, too.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I think we should do the ice cream before bed. But the last one is almonds. Almonds are very good. Again, tryptophan. It's chock full in these almonds, and it's going to help you be able to get a good night's sleep, and it aids in your digestion as well. So there we have it.
All right, well, stay with us. Coming up after the break, we have much more Midday Kentucky. I'm sitting down with the Retina Associates on the other side of this break.